Can we sit down? No interruptions. Open dialogue without judging. Dope discussions. Dope discussions. Talking real raw. Ain't no cutting. Open dialogue without judging. Dope discussions. Dope discussions. Can we talk about it? Yeah. 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 Can we sit down? No interruption. Open dialogue without judging. Dope discussion. Dope discussion. Talking real raw, ain't no cutting. Open dialogue without judging. Dope discussion. Dope discussion.
Can we talk about it? Yeah. I once again want to say thank you all for joining me live, impromptu style. I was on social media, okay, and I came across a video from, whatever content creator, okay? I don't know who it was exactly. But I was scrolling on social media and I came across a video to where a content creator that just so happened to be a man was talking about how men are starting to adapt to being more on the side of doing life alone. Okay. Now, in all of our dope discussions, we have countless guys that come through. Grown ass men, right? They got their money together. They are attractive. They are successful in their careers, their businesses, the whole nine, right? And they come through on pretty much every damn dope discussion talking about how they would actually like to be in relationships. They would like to be settled down. They would like to be married. But with the majority of women out here falling under a particular category of being, and I'm sorry to put it this way, for the streets, it has made forced a lot of them, right, to be in this mode of self-preservation and living life not only by themselves, but on their own terms. And with them being technically forced to live this way, a lot of them, like I was stating earlier, they are in this mode to where they are adjusting to being more in this mode of doing things by themselves, not even wanting to disrupt the new schedule they have, the new flow that they have. Like, a lot of men are now also in this flow state to where it's like, yeah, I would like that as far as settling down, having a family, having a woman, having somebody to share my life with, loving. But I'm also conflicted in the way of me being too accustomed, being too relaxed in this flow state of just having life go so effortlessly. I don't have to be out here trying to make somebody else fit into my mode. I don't have to be out here having to adapt and adjust to somebody else's feelings, wants, needs, desires. I'm way too comfortable with my new universe that I have created around myself. I see a lot of men out here have that very sentiment. And it made me want to spark up this dope discussion to explore that. And I know we have explored this before, but it is on a new level right now. Because not only are we witnessing older men, and that's who we're going to be touching base on today, right? So I'm going to be touching base on the men in their mid 30s and up, right? Let's say that you're 34, 35 and up. We're going to be talking about y'all because I'm going to be honest about this. Those are the gentlemen that I oftentimes see in my comment section saying how they would have liked for their lives to have panned out in a different way. But once again, due to the climate, due to a lot of the women not being up to par, a lot of them were ultimately forced to adapt and adjust and become more relaxed and comfortable with the idea of being alone. And also within that age group, that is the age to where a lot of these guys would be at a place in their lives to where it's like, okay, I got my money together, I got my life together, you know, I am in this flow state. I would be able to balance out different things being a part of my equation right now in my life. So you have that. And a lot of guys out there are conflicted in that arena. It's like, damn, yes, I desire this, but I'm also comfortable with that. And it's not my fault that a lot of these women force my hand and push me to live life like this. So, hey, it is what it is. We have that. And fellas, I know y'all deep in the building right now. I would love for you all, before I start sharing my screen and everything, I would love for you all to be so honest in the comments right now and place the crown emoji, all right? Or a number 2. If you don't have access to a crown emoji, drop a 2 in the chat, whatever's more convenient for you. But I would love for you all to be so honest and either place 2s or crowns in the chat right now if you are at that level in your life to where you have certain things in alignment and you are at a position to where you're starting to feel the effects of life not panning out in the way that you intended. Let's say, hey, I'm 35, I'm 45, whatever. I'm at the place in my life where I got a lot of things kind of set. And yeah, I have this desire to have a woman, to have a family, you know, to live happily ever after, but it's just not what I need it to be right now. I bet a lot of y'all feel that way. And that could be making a lot of y'all also go through. And a lot of people don't want to be this honest to touch base on this from a man's point of view. This is why we have the dope discussions. Because as y'all little big sis, I'm gonna try to level with y'all. And in my quest to level with y'all, other women are also going to be exposed to this. As much as they love to pretend like they are not over here, y'all, I promise you they're over here. They're lurking from the shadows, from the clouds, the bushes, the tall grass. They see what y'all are saying, right? But I'm going to go ahead and go there with y'all because a lot of people, especially women, and dare I say black, they do not want to touch base on men from this perspective because they want to dehumanize y'all and make it seem like, you know, y'all are just these barbaric creatures who have no thoughts, who have no feelings. You're just a tool. But a lot of y'all could be suffering. Let's be honest. A lot of y'all can be suffering in silence because contrary to popular belief, a lot of the men out here have certain human desires to procreate, to have legacy as far as children are concerned, so on and so forth. Men need love fucking too. And it does not make you soft. It does not make you weak. It does not make you zesty or sassy. A lot of men could be out here depressed as fuck low key or high key, with the fact that, yeah, this is just not what I thought my life would be. And it's a conflicting thing because on one hand, it's like, damn, again, my human nature calls for me to have this, but it's not around. But then on the flip side, a lot of you all are entering into this mode to where you're comfortable, though. That could be something to where it tears at you like, damn, I do yearn for this. I do desire this, but I'm also at peace. What do I do? And a lot of people do not acknowledge or address that part of manhood. They don't level with y'all from that lens. It's like, nah, these men ain't shit. They just do what we want them to do. They don't want this. They don't want that. And they do, ladies. These men actually did and probably currently still do want something solid, something meaningful, something that is filled with love and purpose. Right? But look around. Y'all have forced these men, ladies. I know you don't like me, sis. I know. We keep it way too real over here. Y'all like the video, share the video, subscribe. Thank y'all for being here, Impromptu Style. But we got to be honest about this. Ladies, these men absolutely did want these things. Y'all forced their hand. And now with you all forcing their hands, they have become comfortable and complacent with being by their damn self. However, we're going to be real enough to acknowledge the fact that it could still be a tug of war internally, to where it's like, yeah, I want it, but I also don't want to disturb my peace. You have that. Let's get into it. We are starting to see men of all different backgrounds, all different ages, be faced with this reality. What do I do? And I know I have a lot of my brothers that always come over here saying, oh, you know, get your passport. You know, we're overseas. We're in the Philippines. You know, we're in Thailand. I hear all of my brothers oftentimes say that, yeah, I just packed my shit up and I left. That's how you solve this problem. But there are also quite a few men out here. Let's be honest. We got to touch base on all of that. Thank you, Rob. I was just saying that women need to be worth a damn. The overall value of woman is so low, it's ridiculous. Then get mad at what's left over. Let's clock it though, LGC Road. Because it's unfortunately, it's not a lot of women out there, Road, that's like you, to where you're able to be real enough and honest enough to acknowledge the climate and say, you know what, we pretty damn fucked up out here. Excuse my language. It's not a lot of women that's worth a damn for a man to go ahead and say, all right, she's ready. She's worthy enough for me to be ready and willing to disturb my setup for her. You do have that. And like I was saying, LGC Road, a lot of these guys, although they are packing their shit up and finding women who are worth a damn, there are still men who are here. A large group of men that are still here, who not trying to uproot their whole entire lives and pack up and start over. Especially not for no damn woman. Let's be honest. No shade. I know how beautiful it is to have a woman to be a part of your equation. Okay, I'm very, very sure that I make my husband's life so much more enjoyable. So much more easier. I'm very damn sure of it. Okay. However, I'm not going to be so narcissistic like a lot of women are and make it seem like a man's whole entire existence is just the center of a man's universe. And so he should be ready and willing to just pack up all his shit and go somewhere for a woman. It's not that deep to a lot of the men. Although they really would like certain things, I ain't doing all of that for it. So they are avoiding you, ladies. So my hope, Rogue, is for these women out there who are watching. See, Rogue, the women watch, they're just not as bold as you. They're just not as solid as you, sis. They're just not as forthcoming as you, sis, to be like, nah, I'm here. Matter of fact, here's 5 on it. Let's talk about it. They're not you, sis. So my hope is to get these women who are lurking and watch from the damn tall grasses to get the information, to receive the message so that we can turn things around, polish this shit up, because it's not looking good. The men are gone. And not only are these men gone literally, but they're gone in other ways. They're gone energetically. They're gone financially. It's not just this physical thing of them just packing their shit up and being ghosts. No, it goes way deeper. And so with that being said, Rogue, and thank you so much, sis, for your donation. Okay. Y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. We can hit 400. Thank y'all for being here. I know this is impromptu, but we got to talk about it. A lot of the guys out here, you all, let me just take it back to the root of what I'm saying. A lot of the guys out here from all different ages, all different races, all different backgrounds, they're reaching the same conclusion of, yeah, I want it, I desire it, but I ain't ready and willing to sacrifice all that I have just to obtain it and get it. I'll just remove myself. The men are gone. There's no more just tolerating your bullshit for the sake of having a woman around. It ain't that deep to them. Do I like it? Would I enjoy it? Would I even love it? Yes, but it ain't that deep for them. Not no more. We're going to be real about it, you all. We have witnessed in real time a great shift, and it goes way further than a woman adjusting her height requirement. Like, you know what? Let's shift that. Let's not make it a requirement for a man to be this tight or to be this tall. No, it's a great shift throughout. And we've seen it on the side of the men making these adjustments. Like I said, the men are talking about adjustments that they're making. And with these adjustments, ladies, they're not looking back. Not until the vast majority of us get on code, and we ain't that. But let's get back into it. We can hit 500. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for being here. Hit the like for me. It's some real talking, a little big sis. We have got to talk about it. The men are out here saying enough is enough. A great shift has transpired to where gone are the days. Let me put it like this. Gone are the days of men saying, you know what? Yeah, I'll go ahead and put up with this just so I can have a woman. Oh yeah, I'll go ahead and tolerate that and accept that just so that I can fulfill my manly or humanly desire to again procreate, have my own legacy, have my own family. I'll ignore all of that bullshit for the sake of having this. That's a wrap. Like I said, a great shift has happened amongst the men to where they're done with all of that. If I'm not at peace, if I'm not happy, if I'm not fulfilled, girl, I'm out. We're in that time. And with a lot of women out here, like Rode is alluding to, not being worth a damn. Yeah, we're in this new climate to where the men have adapted and adjusted to not only exiling the women, kicking y'all to the motherfucking curb and leaving y'all for the streets and in the streets, but, and this is the sad part about it, and I always say this, it's bittersweet, I should say, with the men adapting and adjusting in this way, not dealing with women like that, although they could really desire a family, really desire a woman and all of that, they are living their best fucking lives by themselves. And the reason why I'm saying that that's bittersweet is because I want men to flourish. I want men to be at peace, right? I want men to live their best damn lives to the fullest. Although I am going to be real enough to acknowledge the other aspects of that and say, yeah, a lot of y'all could be battling with a little bit of depression behind this shit. Because it's like, damn, this is not what I thought that I would look like at 35. Like, yeah, I'm doing well for myself, but I'm doing well for myself. I wanted a junior. I wanted a wife. Some of y'all, okay, I get it. The economy fucked up. We don't want no damn kids. But at the very least, you wanted a woman that you would be able to share your life experiences with. It's like, damn, I can't even get that. Yeah, it's like that. And a lot of men could battle with that on some subconscious or conscious level. And that's just being honest about it. And I know they like to downgrade men and diminish y'all and make it seem like y'all are subhuman and nothing bothers y'all. And no, it does. It does. It's way too many men out here that I hear say, oh man, I did want this and I still do. But fill in the blank. You know? But nevertheless, even with them having certain missing puzzle pieces in their lives, we see a lot of men out here living their best damn lives without a woman, without children, without families. They're doing what they want to do. And so it's bittersweet because while I want y'all to flourish and live y'all best lives, I also understand the importance and the value, right, of men and women coming together and building as a unit and as a team. I live that out every day. It's a beautiful fucking life. And so although y'all could be thriving, man, it's a whole new level when you have your divine feminine. It just is. Same thing with the women. It's just that I'm going to be honest enough with the women to say that, and it's no shade, sis, we can't live to the same capacity as the men can on our own. Right? I'll be honest enough to say that when it comes to women being by ourselves and having to adapt and adjust with us being by ourselves and us being single and stuff of that nature, it eats at us a little bit more. We just play it off a lot better because of how we want to be perceived. We play it off a little bit better because when it comes to our nature as women, we thrive off the aesthetic. We thrive off the illusion of shit, the imagery of shit. But the reality of it is, it's not what y'all saying that it is. It's just not. It's just that women, we're good at making shit pretty. You know, that's all. But yeah, nevertheless, it's the same thing. And so in a nutshell, what I'm trying to say in that regard is when it comes to the men actually being able to thrive and survive on their own, being by themselves, they're actually doing that. Even if they do desire a woman, they do desire a family. Men will even be honest enough to say that shit. Let's be honest, y'all. We can hit 600. Men, and this is the difference. And this is why y'all say I'm a pick me, pandering, male-identified bitch, because I'm going to be honest about what's going on. I'm not going to sugarcoat. I'm not going to play up into the aesthetics or the imagery and the illusions. Like, I'm going to be real. Men are actually not only thriving and surviving on their own, but they can also be real enough to acknowledge, no, I did want that though. And that's how you know they shit is real. Follow me. The reason why you know somebody is real in what they're doing is based upon their level of transparency and based upon their level of being able to be vulnerable enough to say the uncomfortable parts out loud, to say the things that may not paint me up to be this Superman or this Superwoman out loud. Men do that. They're like, nah, yeah, I'm doing this and I'm doing well for myself and I got this going on, got that going on. Yeah, it's cool, but you know, I would have liked that. Women don't do that. This how you know we be fronting and faking. We be like, oh, nah, I'm living my best life by myself. Shit, 4B movement. We do shit like the 4B movement. What happened to that? I'll rest my case. We'll be out here like, oh yeah, I never wanted marriage. I never wanted a family. I never, bitch, please. But the men, y'all will be honest enough to say, no, I still do. I still do desire that. Which is why you will also see a large group of men out here talking about, hey, I'm going overseas, because y'all are not going to deny how you're really feeling. You're not going to lie about your manly, humanly natures like the women will. We'll say, oh yeah, you know, I'm decentering men. That's not even in our nature to do no shit like that. I have never heard a man say he's decentering a woman. Never. I've never heard it. That's some coping shit. When you out here having to lie to yourself, having to really play something up, yeah, more than likely you're not really what you're portraying. But when you're honest and real enough to be like, okay, yeah, I have this, I have that, but you know, yeah, kind of missing in that department, but I'll make it do what it do. I'll believe you versus somebody else is over here going completely against human nature, talking about, oh yeah, you know, I never wanted to procreate, and I never wanted to be with somebody, and I never wanted no man. I ain't never wanted to be married. Bitch, please. Please. But I want you all to place a 2 in the chat if y'all can hear this.
For real though, the longer a man live alone by himself, the harder it's gonna be for him to actually get in a relationship.
Could y'all hear that? Hold on, I got too much open. Let me X this out. Okay, I see the 2s. But let's pick some game before we play this video, because he already cooking. He already cooking. It's a lot of guys out here, you all. And I gotta keep on reiterating this because it's so important. And this speaks to how more authentic a lot of the guys can be about the climate than the women. Like I said, we'll lie about some shit. We'll play something up. We'll live a facade and an image, play into an aesthetic just to cope, right? Whereas the men will be a lot more forthcoming and say, yeah, I would have wanted that, but, you know, I'm doing good. It's cool. And with the men being so honest, not only with themselves, because that's where it starts, because you got to be real with yourself first before you can do anything real with anybody else. The men are so trill through and through with how they are feeling, with what they are going through, with them adapting and adjusting to different things in life. Now they are in this mode and in this element of being like, damn, it's kind of hard for me to let this go though. Now, a lot of y'all earlier, y'all placed crowns in the chat. Y'all placed tools in the chat. And y'all was like, yeah, I am at that place in my life, or I am at the stage in my life to where, you know, I could take on a wife. I could take on a family. And I kind of wanted that. But the climate is kind of messed up, right? The dating market kind of messed up. A lot of these chicks in the streets for the streets. I bet you that those same men that placed tools and crowns in the chat earlier when I asked that question, y'all would also be the same guys that's just like this gentleman here, to where he's like, man, the older you get and you're not finding what you're needing and you're getting a lot more comfortable with the adjustment and the adapting to be alone, the harder it is for you to be a little bit more open-minded about having a relationship. I bet y'all are the same guys, which is why you probably have that internal battle going on. Let's listen. Take it back to the beginning. Okay.
For real though, the longer a man live alone by himself, the harder it's gonna be for him to actually get in a relationship and actually settle down under one roof with a female. Like for real. Because you know what I'm saying? Living alone after a couple years, man, you start getting used to a routine and doing what the fuck you want to do when you want to do it without no restrictions.
He cooking already. Hold on. Thank you, Alex. It says, what's popping? Greetings from Texas. Hope you are doing well. Yes, we are. And thank you so much. It says, a miracle, I found you live while in break at work. Now, don't get fired now. When your break is over, I need you to clock back in. All right. Don't be lingering in the damn break room listening to Nika Marie Dope discussions. It says, stay safe and strong. Thank you so much. Okay. I appreciate you. All right. Y'all, we should have as close to 500 likes as possible. Like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Alex, on your lunch break, you better have hit the damn like button. Now, let's already break down what this brother said. And this right here is the very thing that I have been trying to really prevent from happening. I have really been trying to prevent us from reaching this level to where you have men out here who should be in the stage or at the stage of their lives to where, yeah, I do like this and I would like a family and I would like a woman and somebody to share my life with and so on and so forth. I did not want those same men to turn around and be so comfortable, so accustomed to being by themselves. So it's like, you know what? I don't want to let this shit go though. Let me ask y'all a question. Again, I want you to be brutally honest with your little big sis. And let's not also sleep on the fact that you having this internal conflict could be triggering some level of stress or depression. I'm very certain of it. I know men have to pretend like nothing bothers you. You got to pretend like, oh, you know, I'm good. Please. I know how they love to try to dehumanize you, make it like you don't got no thoughts and no feelings, no opinions, no emotions. Please. But that could also be a contributing factor to y'all feeling away internally. It's like, damn, I'm conflicted because I want this, but I also want that. And with the climate being so fucked up, y'all, I'm gonna be real with it. Excuse my language and my passion. But with the climate being so ridiculously messed up, a lot of y'all could be like, oh, but I'm gonna go ahead and override that and just stay here because, hey. And here's the dangerous part about it. The dangerous part about it, Alex, is y'all are also influencing, and it may not even be on purpose, but y'all are also influencing the younger generations of men out there to adapt and adjust to the same lifestyle that they see y'all living. And what makes it 10 times more impactful as far as y'all's influence on these younger generations of men, they see the fruits. What do I mean by that? They see how y'all are flourishing and thriving by yourself. You ain't got no family. You don't have no woman. You not married. You not out here mingling. You're not out here dating like that. Like you really zeroed in, locked in, focused. Y'all think that that's not gonna influence the other younger generations of men out here to be like, oh, I want to be like Unc? Because they do. And what's scary is these younger generations of women, they could be on a better type of time than the women of my generation and older. But because the younger generation of men are locked in on y'all and they see that y'all are flourishing by yourselves, you're not worried about no female. You're not worried about no woman. You ain't worried about settling down, starting no family, getting married. They see y'all flourishing and like, nah, fuck all that. That ain't what Unc doing. And so they pattern themselves after y'all, which also contributes to that wedge and that divide. Does that make sense? That is a thing also. And so with that being said, and thank you so much again, Alex. Who else gave me something? Thank you, Live in Real Life. And thank you, Teresa. I see y'all. With that being said, I want to ask you all a valid question. How many of y'all are battling with that? I know earlier we asked, are y'all at that place in y'all's life to where, you got this figured out and you got that going on and, you envision a different life for yourself, but the climate is messed up and this, that, and the third. And I was like, yeah, that was me. But now I want to go a little further and deeper with the question. How many of y'all are those guys to where it's like, yeah, I did. But at the same time, it's also this element or this instance of you being cool by yourself, you being at peace by yourself, and you not wanting to disrupt that. Put salutes in the chat if you resonate with that. Like, yeah, I want that, but I also don't want to disrupt my peace. I also don't want to disturb my shit. Even if, here's the caveat to it, even if I came across a good quality woman, it's some of y'all out there. Thank you, Live in Real Life. It says, thanks for speaking about our mental W, all this love. Thank you so much. Or, does that mean with or W, like a win? I'm auntie, so I'm still trying to figure things out. I know a lot of like the young bulls be out here saying W, W the nigga, and I know that mean like win, but in this instance, I think it means with. But y'all gotta forgive me, my auntie brain, okay? But absolutely, we know and understand that I know and understand, and a lot of the grown-ass women, we know and understand that men also battle with certain milestones not being met. Y'all are not pretending about it. Y'all are not out here like these women talking about, oh, 4B movement. I never wanted to be married. I never wanted no kids. I never wanted to. Yes, the fuck we did. We were conditioned that way, first things first. So to lie and act like that was never a goal, and to lie and act like that is not something that is innately within you as a human being to desire is crazy. And that could have an effect on your mental health. That it could. Please. Let me see. Do I see the salutes in the chat? I see a bunch of salutes in the chat. A lot of guys are out here like, yeah, I want this. I desire this. But I also don't want to disrupt what I got going on. What did he say? He said, I got a routine. I don't want to mess up my routine. And some of y'all have actually ran into good quality women. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know. Some of y'all have ran into good quality. Like, man, Danica, little big sis, I really like her. Ask me how I know. Y'all all in my emails with this. Y'all all in my emails write me novels. Oh, little big sis, I did meet somebody and I really like her, but I got my own little system in place. And I don't want to really mess that up. She's talking about moving in with me and this, that, and the third. And, I kind of don't want that. We had that dope discussion. Men are out here like, no, keep your own crib. It's that real in the field, y'all. It is so real in the field. Men are like, even if they do like you, even if they do feel like you're wifey material, I could see myself bidding the future with you, so on and so forth. It's like, man, but I don't want to mess up my own little universe that I created for myself. This shit is peaceful. It's running smoothly. You have that, y'all. I've seen it. I've heard it. I've had conversations with y'all about it. And y'all like, now I don't know what to do. Again, that internal conflict. Thank you, Lydell. Salute to Lydell. Drop the salutes in the chat for MVP Lydell. He says, I got you. Hold on now. but hear me out. It is guys out there to where it's like, I met somebody, but I don't want to give up what I got going on. What do I do? And I'm a little big sis. So it's only so much advice I can give. But then I come to y'all with it and y'all advising them, hey, keep your own shit. We're in that time. The great shift is here. Men are like, nah, I'm going to keep my own shit. You keep your own shit. And I'm like, what? When did we get like this, Terenzo? When did we reach a level to where it's like, yeah, I like her. I feel like she's solid. She cool and whatever, but I ain't trying to move her in. Let me go here, y'all. And y'all like the video. Share the video. Subscribe. We can't 700. Thank y'all for being here. Y'all are dope as fuck. I'm going to reach out super chats in a second. Not only are we at a place in this current climate to where a lot of guys out here do not want to get married. All right. No matter how much they have desired it, no matter how much they thought that at this current stage in their life, they would be in that position. It's also at a level, you all, to where the men are out here advising each other. If you do get married, keep your own shit. I had never heard such a thing like that before until this day and age. I've heard men say, live separately from your wife. Mind blown. I'm like, damn, what's the point of being married then? They're like, look, hey, I mean, if you want to be married so bad and you just want to do it, go ahead and do it, but keep your own shit. Because in the event of a divorce, we already know how that's going to pan out for us. So to protect us, and not have to be put out our own crib, let's just have our own. Men are like that. And that blew my mind. So yes, I understand that men have this dilemma going on. It's like, I want it, but I don't think I want it that bad. Or it's the same, it's neck and neck, but I'm leaning more towards me being by myself. because of my own safety and sanity. We're going to talk about it. Thank you, Terenzo. It says, when men get used to our own silence and being with ourselves, not by ourselves, it's game over. That's a bar. That is a bar. And you know what, Terenzo? I think that right there is what we are bearing witness to. We're bearing witness to, I'm gonna warn y'all in advance. Yes, y'all gonna call me a pygmy, pandering, unidentified bitch. It's cool, sis. Okay. I know this real shit ain't for everybody. Y'all don't like me. It is what it is. That's the difference, Terenzo, between men and women being single and being alone. I have witnessed and observed men be by themselves and be with themselves. What do I mean by that? They're going internally. They're figuring themselves out. They're having the uncomfortable conversations with themselves. They're being truthful and honest about how they feel, not only with themselves, because that's where it starts, but they're also having a community of other men that they are also sharing these ideas with, that feel the same ways. They're going through the same things. And by you all operating in that way, it is making you all be a lot more content and a lot more at peace and solid with your decisions, because you have already did all the internal work. You have already sat down with yourself. You went through your darkest times and you went through all of the different scenarios of the pros and cons of this situation. And, you choosing that. Y'all do the real work. I'm going to be real about it. Men do the real work when y'all are, quote unquote, by yourselves. Y'all are actually with yourself. You're not running from yourself. You're not going on this vacation. You're not fucking around with all these different people to distract yourself. You're not getting high. You're not getting drunk, out to clubs, talking about rosters and rotation. Like, y'all really be locked in. And that's what I was talking about earlier. Women don't do that. We run. And the reason why is due to our nature. Our nature as women is to be in some kind of union, have some kind of companionship, bond. Like, that's our role as a woman. We're here to assist. And in order to assist means you have to be with somebody. Does that make sense? We're helpmeets. So in order to help somebody, you have to be with somebody. Now, where we go wrong, though, Terenzo, is that we don't take the time out to help our damn selves, and we're always looking for a savior. That could backfire. So there's levels to that, but at the end of the day, our nature don't like being alone. So this is why we're always trying to distract ourselves. Let's do this. Let's do that. Even if I have to lie to myself to make me feel better in the moment, even if I have to do something to help me cope in the moment, I'm going to do that. But men, the way you all are raised and the way the society is structured, y'all got to be brutally honest with yourselves. You have to. It's the way that you advance. It's the way that you get ahead. You have to really do that internal analysis so that you can make a plan that's effective to reach your goals. Women, we're used to kind of coasting by. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm a woman, you're going to help me because I'm a woman. You're going to help me because I'm a pretty woman. You're going to help me because, I'm a woman and you have the desire to have sex with me. At least that's what it used to be, which contributed to a lot of women being a lot more relaxed and comfortable with not having to really do no work, because I can escape and get by on other things. I don't really have to go within like that and figure this out and do that in the third. If I'm cute enough, you know what I'm saying? If the coochie good enough, I might be able to go ahead and ease on through. Me and y'all not the same. It's not the same. Even if you are fine, right? Even if you do got some good dick, afterwards I'm gonna be like, you broken dusty. Yeah, y'all be cute. And yeah, I'm gonna fuck y'all, but y'all broken dusty. Y'all know the game. You know what I'm saying? Are there exceptions? Yes. Because a lot of women out here, they also getting different as fuck, and they just taking whatever because you fine and you got some good dick. So we ain't gonna sleep on it. But nevertheless, even still with all of that, the rule of thumb is a man has to earn his keep. Does that make sense? And so with you all having that, you kind of have to be real with yourself. You have to kind of really go within and figure out a game plan. You can't be out here pretending like this is real life. This is real in the field for y'all. You eat what you catch. And if you ain't caught it, nigga, you out of luck. You better figure that shit out. Thank you, Omni. It says, man, I'm in my 50s, fit, and my bank account is full. My is priceless. If you can't get on my program, go to the back of the line and wait for the revolving door to hit you in the face. Whoopsie. Omni. And it's not a drill. A lot of women be feeling like, well, okay, let me rephrase that. Because we are starting to see a shift. Again, that great shift is more than just height, y'all. Women chasing their damn checklist. We are seeing a shift to where women are starting to really see the writing on the wall and say, okay, let me tweak this. Let me stop that. But it's also this instance of women out here not really being aware of the climate, and a lot of men being even older, right? To where y'all are solidified. You probably even taking shit too serious, but even y'all are like, nah, bitch, I ain't gonna be your sugar daddy either. You know? So it's getting real in the field all across the board. It really is. But let's get back into this, y'all. All right, hold on. Let me just start it back over. I talk too damn much. Y'all know how I do.
For real though, the longer a man live alone by himself, the harder it's gonna be for him to actually get in a relationship and actually settle down under one roof with a female. Like for real. Cause you know what I'm saying? Living alone after a couple years, man, you start getting used to a routine and doing what the fuck you want to do when you want to do it without no restrictions. So to get in a relationship and live under a roof with a woman, you got to understand that you're going to kind of be restricted after that. You feel me? In order to keep the household happy. So it makes it harder the longer you live alone. Like men that's like going into their 40s living alone, chances are a lot of them ain't never about to live with no female. And then, you know what I'm saying? These relationships ain't looking too great anyway. Motherfuckers be arguing and shit over who go pay the bills and 50-50 and all that shit. That shit sound like a lot of chaos to me. I ain't gonna lie.
Hold on. Before we get into the next clip, hold on. Because he said a mouthful. He did. Thank you, Grady. It says, if y'all think you're lonely now, try the rest of your life. Not you singing it. If you think you're lonely now. He say, wait until the rest of your life, girl. The rest of your life finna be by yourself. Now, Grady, you know you ain't shit for that. It said, or whatever Bobby Womack said. Listen. And what he said in this short clip, Grady, made it a million times worse, because he just said, not only are the relationships not even looking that enticing, it's not even that appetizing. Like, y'all arguing over who gonna pay the bills and shit, and you know, y'all going back and forth. That's not something that's ideal, right? Y'all laughing. This is not a drill, but we are becoming way more relaxed. He said something, y'all. He said, a man that's in his 40s and he's been single for a while. He's got his own little routine and whatever going on. He's probably never going to get into a relationship. I want you all right now, if you want to, okay, I want you all to drop your age in the chat. I'm trying to see something, because what these guys are talking about out here could directly apply to you. Maybe you 35, 37, 45, 47, 41, 40, 50. I know Omni said he was 50. Maybe you are that guy. So where it's like, yeah, I'm kind of cool. I see 49, 47, 44, 41, 51, 42. Okay, 39, 50, 45, 42. Okay, so you all are probably in that age range to where it's like, man, I don't want to disturb what I got going on. And if you are in that age range and you agree with him, it's like, no, I'm cool. 58, okay, 42, 38. Listen, I kind of agree with what he's saying. Like, I don't really want to mess this up. Drop a 1 in the chat if that's you. And ladies, if we are flooded with 1s in the chat, y'all should be shaking like a stripper. Because best believe these are the husbands. Look at all these damn 1s coming through. That's crazy. 43. Look, it's 60 and still single. Lord have mercy. God, dog. Nothing but 1s, ladies. Y'all should be shaking like strippers. Because these are the men that you should be settling down with right now. These, dare I say, these are the stable men. These are the providers. Lord have mercy. And they like, no, I don't want to disrupt that. I'm comfortable. I'm cool. I want it. But it ain't that serious. A lot of the guys out here have let go of the fantasy. Because like I said, believe it or not, it was also a lot of guys out here to where they also had that fairy tale in their mind as far as having, a junior, having a legacy of children, having a wife even. Now, was it to the same magnitude as a woman to where we're daydreaming about our wedding day and all of this? No. But these guys wanted certain things. And now it's like, not that deep. 1, and I'm 32 as well. See what I'm saying? Danica don't miss. I ain't gonna miss. I see 38, 53, married once. Okay, listen. I already know. Listen. 52 and 1. I see y'all. I feel y'all. I hear y'all. I've been listening. I've been listening this whole time. I've been telling y'all. 38, but I'm sexy. Please stop. I've been listening. And with me listening to my brothers, I've been trying to convey the message over to these women. Like, sis, this ain't a drought. This is not a drill. And that ain't a drought. Whoopsie. I've been trying to warn them. They thought I was lying. Oh, nah, she just pandering. Oh, no, she just lying. She just caping for them ninjas. But these men still gonna go. And I'll touch base on this as well. Joshua got it too. Okay, cool, Joshua. So Joshua, he's still holding out for y'all. He's like, yeah, I still would prefer a woman. And salute to Joshua. I ain't mad at that, if that's what you're talking about. But listen, and I've touched base on this in the past as well. There was also a time. Y'all distracted me with these comments. Why do y'all troll so bad? Listen, y'all. It was also a time to where men were ready and willing to tolerate and put up with some bullshit just for the sake of having certain milestones met and having certain voids to be fulfilled. Gone are those days. That shit is over. The men are gone. They're gone. Hold on. Thank you, 007. It says, I'll be 24 tomorrow. Happy birthday to you. It says, with no interest in relationships. See what I'm saying? It's literally useless for me when I'm focused on becoming the youngest six-figure earner in my family. This should be so bittersweet, y'all. It be so bittersweet, y'all. Because like I said, as much as I would have loved, man, as much as I would have loved for my brothers and my sisters to be able to build together, coexist together, happily, peacefully, I do also have to be real enough to acknowledge the fact that we are not in that fucking time no more. This is why I was going so hard in the paint. It wasn't because I was a pick-me, pandering, maladenified bitch. I wanted you to be picked, sis. Because I understand the value of men and women being together. I'm not on this Princella bullshit. I'm not on this angry, bitter baby mama Cynthia G bullshit. I'm not on this sprinkle Shira 7 bullshit to where you just use a man and abuse a man. I'm not on that shit, sis. It is a beautiful thing to be in a union to where everything is balanced. What do I mean by that? You all are complementary. You may not do the same things, but is it beneficial? Do you balance each other out? He buy the groceries, you cook the damn groceries type shit. Do y'all do that? No, you don't. And now we have young bulls out here who are barely 24, not even 25. Out here like, yeah, I don't see the benefit. I'm focused on, doing my own thing, getting my own paper. This could have been your husband. Y'all be pissing me off with this shit. Y'all missing out on husbands. And they're starting early. So yes, it is bittersweet. Because although it is a separation and a divide going on, I love to see men, black men in particular, out here doing the damn thing. I love to see these young men out here doing the damn thing, being focused, being ambitious, going after their dreams, making it into a reality. That's a beautiful fucking thing. But I just can't help but to be saddened by the reality of it could have been even more special, even more beautiful if you had a woman with you, assisting you. But when I said shit like that, 007, they said that was struggle love. And it used to be a point in time, 007, to where young men of all different ages, races, backgrounds, you name it. Oh yeah, I deal with that. Yeah, happy birthday. I'll deal with that. I'll tolerate that. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, she's a distraction, but hey, they're gone. The men are gone, y'all. And y'all know what's so crazy about this? And 007 proves this. These men out here are not only starting younger with building themselves up and getting to the bag, leveling themselves up, but they're also starting younger with cutting y'all the fuck off. And do y'all not think that these young men are peeping the correlation of, damn, the less you are involved with these women of today, the more you flourish, the more you succeed. Y'all think they're not comparing and contrasting that and saying, oh, damn, that must be the route to go then. Y'all could have had husbands at 25, 26, like I did. But no, do y'all do that shit? Y'all say, nah, that's too young to be settled down. That's too young to be in a relationship, to be married. You don't even know yourself. And here y'all are, 35, 45, 55, 62. Still don't know your fucking self, sis. You know why? Because you've been so distracted with different dick. So distracted with different sprinkle bitches teaching you all wrong. Leading you all wrong and astray. They told you to do every damn thing but look within yourself. They taught y'all to blame everybody but your damn self for your own decisions and your own problems. And look at y'all now, still blind, deaf, and fucking dumb. At 42. At 32. Now you're trying to be somebody's wife and you don't even know how to be a damn woman. And what's so tragically sad about that is y'all don't know how to be a woman. You don't know how to be somebody's wife, but all of y'all are fucking mothers. It makes no sense. Let me calm down. Thank you, Double Up. It says 42, divorced after 10 years, started over with nothing. I'll never live with another woman. Hashtag 6 figures to myself. Whoopsie. Tragic. The men are gone. And can I say this too, Double Up? Because always levels and layers to the conversation. It was men out here who tried. Double Up clearly was trying. And it just wasn't worth it in the end. Like, nah, I ain't doing that shit. I tried for a decade. And I think that's sad. And you know why it's sad? But I also can feel where Double Up is coming from. It's because the other options of women out here that Double Up could probably choose from, they're probably worse than what he left. That's also a dilemma. Thank you, Keith. That's also a dilemma, ladies. I know y'all watch from the clouds. Y'all just not brave enough, like the good sis earlier coming through, popping out, showing niggas. No, Kendrick. Y'all know the reference. But let's be truthful, you all. Not only are these men staying single and being gone, being done, because the women that they were with was trash, but she don't even have a fucking replacement unless you get your passport. And I hate that shit too. I get so tired of hearing about some passport bros. Oh, get your passport. I get tired of hearing that shit. But do I blame them? No, I can't. I don't. I can't, and I don't. Ain't even no good replacements out here. So let's take it a step further, Double Up. Even if, let's say Double Up said, you know what? My first marriage failed after 10 years or whatever, but I'm open to finding a new wife. Do y'all know the climate is so fucked up that even if you try to find a new wife, the woman that you just left was probably the better option. That's how nasty it is outside. Thank you, FS Claire. I appreciate you. I'm gonna read all of y'all. Give me a second, y'all. And I got another clip for y'all because sis cooked. Eugene, it says, and shout out for you for being a gentleman for 65 months. Salute to you, Jane. Okay. It says, if you do want a woman, make sure you understand who you are and understand what your standards are. If she does not respect your standards, goodbye. And that's a whole damn bar. And you better write that shit down. Put it on your calendar. Put it on your refrigerator. Shit. Thank you, Jeremy. It says, this ain't nothing new, though. Been single 9 years. Stand that way. It says, only difference is the truth is more obvious now. Uh-oh. It's blatant and loud. Uh-oh. Man, y'all cooking with hot grease. Hold on, y'all. We got so much to say. We got so much to say. Oh, hold on. Give me a second, though, Jeremy. Give me a second. Thank you, Garland. It says, and shout out for being a gentleman for 37 months. Y'all are dope as hell. It says, sis, what is even worse is the one thing box they claim is A1 is given the oh my God. Do I want to read this? Garland's petty ass says, sis, what is even worse is the one thing box, okay, that they claim is so good, so A1, it's so superb, it's giving the Grand Canyon. Yes, sis, dry, uncomfortable, and over fucking rated. It is literally no point in extending resources unless she's more. God damn. Fuck it. We on Mortal Kombat. My head just in the finish him. Bitch, this a finish him around this bitch. Garland. He says y'all have no real leverage. Y'all have no real bargaining tools and chips. I get a dry ass Grand Canyon box. No, I'll pass. Lord have mercy. Oh, you gotta play so much. Brian, let me find Brian, and then I promise we're gonna get to everything. Look, I got time tonight, y'all. I got a little bit of time tonight, you know. And this is so impromptu, y'all. I enjoyed myself so much with my husband yesterday, and I just knew I was gonna be tapped out today. But here I am with y'all, pulling up, showing out, and we just gotta talk about some things, okay? Okay, I got Garland. Let me see, can I find Brian? I got Keith. Double up. And again, big shout out to FS Claire. Appreciate you. I'm gonna get to you in a second though. And then I'm gonna run the next clip. Why is it not showing me Bryant? Bryant, they hating on you. Maybe just it's too many comments. Let me see. Okay, that's Grady. Bryant was right after Grady, so I'm close. Y'all, we should have 615 likes. We hit 615, so we should have that many likes. Hey, look, I don't even care if you don't like me. Hit the damn like button, though. Hold on. Brian, they really hating on you. Hold on. 00. Okay, here you go. It says, I'm really not going to expend my resource on a woman that won't try to get along with what I'm doing, won't commit to the relationship, and won't accept me as the head of our household. Not gonna do it. Whoopsie. And he said what the fuck he said. Was there anybody else up there? Grady comes back and he says, my life is beautiful. My daughter is my only priority. I have money for only her. And then I see Jeremy and then FS Claire. Let me see. But they're saying the same things. Bryant is saying the same thing pretty much that Garland is saying. Like, I'm not gonna extend or expend my resources to a woman that's not even giving me a good return on the investment. It's stupid. It's counterproductive. It's not responsible. Double Up says, I left her. I couldn't take it anymore. I tapped out. And a lot of men are doing that. Now, y'all was saying something and it really inspired some thought. I gotta go back to it. You want a truth bomb? Takeaway box. What would women do to keep their man after that? What does she offer after that? But see, Jeremy, when I was trying to give them other things to offer to a man, they say that is struggle love promotion. That's some pick me shit. That's some Bob the Builder shit. I was saying to contribute, even financially. I was saying that. I'm gonna rest my case right there. I'm not even going to elaborate on the other things. I absolutely was telling women to, yeah, you can pitch in. Even if you are with an old school man like my husband is, and he has the mentality of, no, a man takes care of this and a man takes care of that. Even if you do have a mindset like that, and you have a man that has that kind of thinking, your money could at least go towards savings accounts, investments accounts, like something. It shouldn't be this thing of his money is my money and my money is my money. I've always spoke against that. That's some selfish ass shit. Because life happens, right? See, I've always been realistic enough to acknowledge the fact that, hey, hard times could arise. Shit could get real. And here we are, 2026. Real than a motherfucker anus is. I bet you wish you had that extra source of income right now. I bet you wish you can go 50-50 right now. Don't you, sis? Shit. But Jeremy, I absolutely was trying to give alternatives and say, hold on. We need more than pretty than pussy. How many times have y'all heard that on Double Discussions? You need more than pretty and pussy. It was a whole slogan over here. But here y'all go. Oh, that's just a pick me pandering bitch. She just lying for them knuckles. And like I was saying, it was a time to where men would go ahead and acquiesce to some shit and be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. We're not there no more. The men are gone. Dealing with this bullshit. I'd rather be by myself. Shit, I was saying go 80-20. Yeah, 20%. Yeah, go 80-20. And if your man is old school and he want to pay all this and he don't think a woman should do all that, bitch, at least contribute somewhere. Don't just have your money. I'm gonna just spend all my money. Shit, what would he do if I wasn't here? If I wasn't here, he had to pay all the bills by himself. So I mean, shit. Silly damn rabbits. So why can't I just blow all my check? Shit, a real man just let me do it. And for a while, they got that shit off. Not no more. The men are gone. Hold on, y'all. We got more. I'm gonna get to the next clip in a second. Hold on. I'm trying to get to FS Clear. But let me start at the bottom. Thank you to Renzo. It says what Garland said. Hoes out here at the Last Supper selling every man the same one plate of box, expecting men to eat off the same plate instead of every man having a plate to himself. Virginity is golden, not in Dry Valley. Whoopsie. Got to be more careful. Hold on. But thank you so much, Terezo. And Terezo just had a birthday recently too. I got double up. Y'all get the likes up and stop playing with us. Y'all know we be cooking over here. Y'all laughing, but I just want to know, where did I lie? That's it. That was no joke told tonight. Thank you, Jeremy. I got that one though. Scrolling up. Making sure I got everybody. Okay, we got FS Claire with the $50. Thank you so much. It says, if men should risk marriage, women should risk walking down a dark alley at 0300. What's crazy is the greater risk is to men in marriage. People avoid where risk actually exists. Women, take note. And see, excuse me, FS Claire, I believe this is the reason why you have so many men out here who may have certain desires as far as settling down and having a family and having a wife and things of that nature, but they're weighing out the risk and the reward. It's like it's not the same. It's not worth it. And then what am I risking it all for? Grand Canyon box? No, thank you. Y'all ain't shit for that. I can't believe I said Grand Canyon box. Y'all is crazy. But it's so much we got to unpack, y'all. Thank you, S. See, sis, it ain't a lot of us out here who gonna be real enough to tell the truth, to show our face, put our name on that shit. Like, yeah, I said it, bitch. Okay, let's go back.
I ain't gonna lie.
Men 30 and up already know exactly what I'm about to say. Okay?
Listen.
They know that shift women complain about because they have already made that adjustment. A lot of women say men get worse in their 30s. No, ma'am. Men do not get worse. They just stop tolerating nonsense. They stop apologizing for their standards. And that shift, it feels like disrespect to the women who benefited from his lack of boundaries.
Facts.
When he was in his 20s, he let the little disrespect slide. The tone, the attitude, the eye rolls, the inconsistency, he allowed it. He gave chances that he really didn't need to give. He stayed in the conversations that went nowhere. And he ignored the manipulation just to keep the peace. But 30 and up, he's not interested in repeating that same toxic cycle. Now, the same behaviors that used to get a reaction from him, they get distance. That same attitude that would start an argument gets silence.
Finish him. Sis cooked. In a nutshell, what she said was, we're not dealing with weak ass men no more. As men are evolving, adapting, maturing, and growing, the same shit that they used to tolerate and deal with, they're nipping it. No, I'm not carrying that over. And so since a lot of men are refusing to carry bullshit over, now it's like, y'all men just too zesty and sassy. See, a real man, they don't give a fuck about none of that. The men are too old for that bullshit now. And what did we just prove earlier with 007? They're starting younger with the low tolerance. So if they're starting younger with the low and no tolerance for this bullshit, you already know once they hit 30, it's a wrap for you. Women cannot handle this new shift. It's a great shift that has occurred. we're not ready for it. We're not built for it. And what's so sad and so tragic is, even though we could know and understand the severity of this great shift and try to make the proper adjustments and adaptations and all of that, guess what? Men still don't trust you. So all of those different adaptations you're trying to make, I don't trust you, ma'am. Or if I do fuck with you, I don't want to distort what I got going on. You got that going on, sis? It's a new time. I've been saying this. Now you're trying to hurry up and think, oh, let me stop doing that. Let me listen to the Danica Marie bitch. Let me do that then. Let me do this then. Let me change my mentality. And the men still gone after that. And this is also what I fucking feared. This is why sometimes I sit to myself on some real shit, y'all. This is why sometimes I sit to myself like, damn, what am I doing? Like, that really be a real question sometimes with me. Like, damn, what am I doing? The man done. So even if I do get the women to turn things around, or I ain't gonna say I get them to do it, but if I inspire them, if I get them on the right track, the right mentality, the right path, even if I do all of that, the men still gonna be fucking done with y'all ass. Because they don't trust you. They don't believe you. And even if they do rock with your ass, they still prefer their peace over being in your presence. Over being committed, tied down. I don't want to disrupt it. You got all, like, sometimes I get conflicted with that shit on some real shit, y'all. Thank you, Chris. It says zesty and sassy used to mean gay. Now, when women call men zesty and sassy, it means we said something or did something she doesn't agree with. And you know what? I'm noticing a lot of y'all don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care that you don't agree with what I'm saying. I'm not tolerating it. So I'll be as flamboyant as you want me to be, baby girl. Call me RuPaul in this motherfucker. Don't care. It's like that. And again, big shout out to FS Claire. And oh damn, why it's not let me see. Shout out to FS Claire for the 50, and thank you so much, Lydell, for your 50 as well. But I appreciate all of y'all. Okay, Terenzo, Chris S, Double Up, Jeremy, Eugene, Garland, Keith, 007, Bryant, Grady, Omni Design, Live in Real Life, Alex, LGC. I appreciate all of y'all, because you don't gotta give me nothing, but thank you. And I know y'all don't give a fuck, Mark, at all. It gets real in the field for me sometimes. Like, damn, what am I doing? The men still don't give a fuck. They don't care. So even when you have women out here like her that's being honest enough to say, yeah, men in their 30s, they're done with y'all ass. She can absolutely understand. And guess what? Y'all probably wouldn't even want to talk to her ass. Like, yeah, she gets it. She understands. Don't want you either, sis. Can I be real enough to say this too? And y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. I'm going to say it. Not only do a lot of men feel like these women are only saying and doing certain things out of desperation, But I've seen countless men say that all of this shit that y'all are doing, as far as this quote unquote pick me shit, right? So they love calling women like me pick me's. They're saying that a lot of these women who are coming through, especially as of late, because we've been seeing a lot of them, y'all. They say y'all grifting. And I'm gonna be real enough to say that, yeah, you are, sis. That's another elephant in the room that we be trying to ignore. Throw a sheet over that. Throw a comfort, throw a quilt on the elephant in the room. That's a thing too, sis. Not only are y'all struggling like a motherfucker, but a lot of y'all also are gripping like a motherfucker. You don't believe shit that you talking about, sis. You don't live out shit that you talking about, sis. You the same bitch with a rotation. You the same bitch with a roster. Talking about, yeah, you know, because, you know, men tired of this. Bitch, shut the fuck up. No shade. I'm just being honest. You want me to lie? I can't do it. The freak. Okay? It just is what it is. A lot of bitches is grifting too. I ain't gonna lie to you. We see that motherfucking play. You the same bitch. Oh yeah, you know, if I say this, then they gonna hit my cash app. They gonna follow me on TikTok and hit my TikTok shop, and they gonna hit me with a super chat. Yeah, bitch, yeah, a lot of y'all. It is a fucking grip for a lot of y'all too, which also contributes to more men being skeptical about even the solid and sincere, genuine women. But if you thought I wasn't going to acknowledge the fact that it is also a grip for a lot of these hoes, you're out your fucking mind. Thank you, Jeremy. It says they need to learn too that they're intimidated. Hold on. Oh, you saw when they say that y'all intimidated by them? Y'all are not. We all see that. Okay, let me reread this. It says they need to learn too that they're intimidated. No, we're annoyed as fuck. You don't intimidate shit. We're going to sit back and watch you buy cats. Now, I was not expecting that last line, but hey, Lord have mercy. Sit back and watch you buy cats is crazy. Okay, that's nasty work. But look, I ain't say. But that is a fact as well. A lot of the women are also trying to cope with them being rejected and with the men being gone. With the men not approaching them, talking to them, settling down. They will throw some shit out there like, oh yeah, it's just because men intimidated by me. You know, they ain't used to no brutal woman. You know, they ain't used to no boss bitch. Girl, a lot of y'all broke as fuck. No shade. Okay? It is no shade. Y'all just like the woman out here from yesterday. Hold on. Let me see. Can I find that video, y'all? One moment. Cause y'all be coping way too tough out here. And it be really sad to watch. It really do be sad to watch. Y'all be just like her. Yeah, they intimidated by me. This why any man that's in my face, you better have some money for me, knuckle. What your coping ass? Hold on.
And I can't talk to no nigga who not sending no money today.
And I can't talk to no man who not spending no money today, as you have to work the same hard labor ass job as a real nickel, right? As a real man. You out here working hard in the motherfucker like a real man, sis. Yeah, because any man that's trying to talk to me, you better be having at least, $200. Y'all be cheap hoes at that. If y'all think these men ain't got that shit, you're sadly mistaken. If y'all think these men are intimidated, you're sadly mistaken. The cope is real. These men are here laughing at y'all ass.
And that's exactly why your ass in there moving pallet janks and forklifts around and moving boxes and shit, bitch.
That's exactly why your ass out there moving forklifts and pallets and shit, bitch, by yourself. They laughing at y'all ass. They just intimidated. These niggas just broke. These men just dusty. These men trying to get with me. He better. They're not trying to get with y'all. It is so many different levels and layers to every dope discussion and conversation, y'all.
Because niggas do not care.
Niggas do not care. Men do not give a fuck. They're not intimidated. They're watching you buy cats.
Fuck ass up out there and work, ho.
Get your punk ass up out here and work, ho. Ha! Ha ha! They don't give a fuck, ma'am. And it's no shade. I'm just being honest. It's no shade. I'm just being honest. And my heart goes out to the women out here who are genuinely and authentically trying to do things the correct way. But there's so many of these hoes out here like, yeah, because, I'm a boss bitch and, and it's affecting all of y'all.
The fuck y'all talking about? Do y'all think we care that y'all saying that shit?
Do y'all think that we care that y'all saying that shit? They don't.
Because for every one of y'all that say that dumb shit, 10 females that say fuck what they talking about.
Because for every one of you females that say that shit, it's another 10 other women out here who say fuck that shit. You know why? Because it's real in the field. Y'all know what else it is? A great separation. Let's talk about it. It's also a great separation. We're starting to see women in real time say, oh, no, I don't agree with that. Are some of them grifting? Yes, a lot of them are. Are some of them just trying to get by? Get a man to help them? Yes, a lot of them are. However, there's some women out here that's like, oh, fuck no, bitch. Y'all done steered me wrong for entirely too long. You stay over there with that bullshit, sis. I don't agree with that. It's a great separation. We are not in the sisterhood no more. Y'all can keep that over that way. Hold on. Thank you, Wayne. It says they couldn't care less about us and everything is always our fault. At this point, why bother? You're not. And that's why I titled this Men Are Gone. And that's why I be conflicted, y'all. I genuinely be sitting here like, why the fuck am I doing? Like, why? The men don't give a damn. And then if the women really have changed, the men don't trust their ass. So maybe I need to just be doing content for 20 years in the future when shit turn around. They can come back to my videos and be like, oh, you know what? I think Queen Danica Marie, gave us some insight on this. Let me watch one of them damn dope discussions. I'm making videos, I guess, from 20 years from now. Hopefully I can get in some bars, gems, and jewels. Because this generation cooked like a motherfucker. Well done. Lord, it's just sad. It'd be so sad, y'all. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. I really be sad out here for real. Thank you, Jabari. It says facts. That's why I started branching out to other groups of women in other cultures. Our women especially always claim top shelf value, yet display the opposite when their type pops up. Uh-oh. Lotto, Haley Bailey, etc. Chopper Bros. And you know what? Haley Bailey, she really surprised me because she gives off, and that proves my point though, Jabari. Who else I see? Thank you, Deadly Raver. But I want to touch on what Jabari is talking about. I oftentimes get the critique of, why do you talk so much shit about women? It's not all of us. And while I do know and understand that it's not all of us, it's way too many to count. And it's the quote unquote good girls and the quote unquote bad girls. So let me go in on that. Because that's a critique that I get a lot, Jabari. It's like, man, you make it seem like all women just bad and these men just perfect and they don't do nothing wrong, blah, 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 blah. And my pushback to that is, like I always say, first things first, I'm a woman, so we got to check each other. Okay. Second off, I check the men too. It's just not as much because I'm not a man. It's only so much I can say to a grown-ass man. Like, a man has to be on some complete and utter bullshit for me to be like, nigga, you on some bullshit. Shut the fuck up. And y'all know I do that. Okay? But that's first things first. And then second off, when it comes to women, and I'm just being honest, it's the good girls and the bad girls out here who are making the same piss poor decisions, calling it a mistake. So you can't even entirely tell men out here to choose better when they choose better, they still get the dead end of the motherfucking stick. Because you can get with the good girl and she on some bullshit too. And you know what's crazy? She probably worse than the one that's outwardly a bad bitch, outwardly in the streets. She more covert with her hoe. You don't even see her coming. It's like, damn, she don't be outside like that. She don't be getting high. She don't be getting drunk. She don't be out here turning lit. I don't really see her outside with all different type of niggas and shit. Like, I thought I chose right. She go to work. Maybe she went to school. You know, like, she carry herself with class. The nastiest of hoes. You just didn't see it. You thought she wasn't outside. And even those type, let's take it a step further, because what I always say is always levels and layers to every dope discussion and conversation. Let's say she's not outside. But even the good girl, she don't want the good guy. So you can't even tell the man, hey, choose a better woman. Like, Danica, I thought I did. She not on that type of shit, but she on that type of shit. While y'all out here passing up good quality men because he's short. But now, since it's cute and convenient for you to choose better, not based upon superficial, surface level, dumbass reasons, now it's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go ahead. But the men been doing that. It's just like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. But women, we actually did have a choice. Y'all just like, y'all like fuck niggas. Can I be honest? Let's just be brutally honest. Y'all like fuck boys. Trying to change him into a real man. Fuck out of here. And then get upset when somebody tell you to choose better. Oh, you absolutely could, sis. You could have chose better. But he wasn't tall enough. Lord have mercy. At least a man can genuinely make a mistake like, damn, I really thought I chose right. Like, she wasn't doing that. She presented herself well. She did this. She did that. And that bitch was on some other shit. otherworldly shit. Like, yeah, that happens. Thank you, FS again. It says anyone who needs someone to say not all is not smart enough to have this conversation. Men are experiencing women fatigue. Lord have mercy. Instead of women asking why, they shame men for not tolerating their chaos. Male flight, like white flight, has arrived. Whoopsie. And that's exactly what the other girl was talking about. These older men and men in general, for real, of all different ages, they're just cutting certain things off. And with men cutting certain things off and not tolerating it, going ghost, choosing to be by themselves and to just be with somebody, it's making women try to do whatever they can to insult y'all into tolerating it again. Insult y'all into just accepting them and beating y'all down and battering. Y'all don't care no more, though. It's so nasty out here. If she a nurse, CO, cop, ADA, or military, oh my Lord, I'm and you would think that being a nurse is a respectable career. They say no, even the nurses be hoes. So like a man really has to have his head on a swivel 1,000 times more than a woman today, because a woman can present very well and it be like, oh hell no, I didn't know that, and then you don't know until you caught up. So that's why I go hard and I really call out a lot of the degenerate behaviors of women, because it's not this thing of, oh, you know, it's only due to these type of women. No, it be all of y'all. Are there exceptions? Absolutely. But when I say all of y'all, I'm talking about as far as the category. It be the good girl. It be the in-between girl. It be the bad girl. Like, y'all all be on the same bullshit with the same mentality. Y'all are all striving for the same nonsense. Y'all are all adopting and adapting to the same garbage that is contributing to us just being on a decline. And I'm sick of it. And I've been sick of it. I've been sick of this shit. Let me see. Thank you, Garland. It says, my thing is, how are they going to run game on game? LOL. Us as men invented the game, so we are showing them who is true bosses. Lord have mercy. Thank you, Chris. It says, ladies, you think men ain't around now? In August, Madden 27 coming out. September, NFL season start and the baseball playoffs start. And NBA 2K27 comes out. October, NBA season starts. And in November, GTA 6. So Chris saying, look, we ain't worried about y'all. We got other shit to do. Lord have mercy. We got video games, sports. Chris, shut up. Thank you, Jeremy. It says, nigga, times are so bad. I watched a video yesterday. Young guy used a registered sex offender list to get easy box. And it worked. But at what cost? That is crazy. Lord have mercy. Shout out to you, Daily Raver. It says, hey, Crown Heads, it's been a minute, so let me throw something in the plate for you. I've been lurking in the background watching these real women losing the game when many of them shouldn't have been playing. Whoopsie. It's been a nasty, cold game outside, and I just hate to see it. Thank you, Wayne. It says they couldn't care less about us, and everything is always our fault. Okay, got that one. Somebody said something in the super chat earlier, and I wanted to touch base on it. Let me find it. Okay, it wasn't that one. If it comes to me, y'all, I might just have to make another live stream. We ain't been going live in a while anyway, so I've been trying to pop out with y'all. And some stuff you just cannot say in the upload. And I be needing to go real gutter with my shit sometimes. And so live streams are good for that. You know, helping me just express myself and get it all out. Because I really just be like, oh my God. Like, you do reach a level to where you just are, you over the bullshit. And it stems from a place of love and concern. Like, you really want the best for everybody. Oh, Lord have mercy. Let me wrap it up on this note. And like I said, if I feel like I've missed something that I really want to go in on, I'll just put back up with y'all tomorrow. But I'm gonna end it off on this note. A lot of women have missed the mark and dropped the fucking ball. Now the men are in this space. It's a very weird space at that, to where it's like I desire this, but I'm way too comfortable with how I'm living now. I don't want to disrupt it. And on top of that, I don't even really trust y'all like that to even give y'all a chance to disrupt it. We're at that point. Men are not tolerating the bullshit. And can I really ask y'all to be honest with me, fellas? Because I really am in like a dead end. With all of that being said, throughout this dope discussion, I want to ask y'all a sincere question. Are y'all still open to the idea or even the reality of a woman being a part of your life and giving her a chance? If you are, I want you to drop. What can you drop in the chat? I'm going to keep it simple. Just drop a 3 in the chat. Drop a 3 in the chat right now if you are a man that is at least still open to the idea of, you know, settling down, finding a woman. Although the climate is trash. Like, is it something still within you that's like, man, I'm holding on to hope? Put a 3 in the chat. And if I don't see no motherfucking 3, y'all, man. If I don't see not now 3. Okay, Monty got a 3. Garland got a 3. Oh my God. Brad got a -0. That's not even a possible number. DeMarlo got a 3. Okay, Marcus got, okay. Jim got a, okay. He say, no, I'm out of this bitch. Lord have mercy. The right one, 3. Okay, this gives me so much hope. Okay, so, okay. I'm going to keep going then. I'm going to keep going. Nope. Oh, Lord have mercy. Give me the groceries and a baby so you can have fun. Oh, my God. Okay. Okay. That brings me peace. That does. That it brings me peace. -9 in Brazil, not here. Lord have mercy. 3, but you got to work for, okay. Ladies, y'all got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. FS Claire coming through again, showing love. It says, no, the humanoid. I'm so tired of you, FS. It says, no, the humanoid robots are coming in. Men will buy peace because the women refuse to provide it. FS Claire, a robot could never be a woman. Okay. Could never be a human. I don't care how many flesh-like materials they put on it. I don't care how many lace front wigs they melt into the plastic. Don't nothing compare to the real thing, baby. All right? It just is what it is. It just is what it is. Okay? Oh, okay. Y'all making me feel so much better because, like I said, y'all be conflicted. Like, why the fuck am I trying? Men don't give a fuck. They gone. They gave up. They don't trust these bitches, and rightfully so. Because, like I said, y'all, I'm gonna be real. Women see the climate, and they see y'all balling. They see y'all winning. They see y'all getting to a bag. And so, what they're trying to do, I'm gonna be real about it. They're also trying to get in good with y'all because they see what y'all got. Like, no, I need that. So yeah, they gripping like a motherfucker. They lying like a motherfucker. They playing the role. Yeah, you have that. But I would be disingenuous to make it seem like there are not good women out here who are genuine and sincere. There are. And my only hope is that you all don't give up entirely because I don't want y'all to miss out on each other, you know? But I'm gonna wrap this up, y'all. I ain't gonna keep y'all all damn night. But yeah, I just have been noticing a lot of men adapting and adjusting to the new climate and doing things differently, even if they do have certain desires. And I find it to be very alarming. I do, but I love y'all. I respect y'all. I thank you all so very much for pulling up with me, showing me so much love and support. Who is this? Thank you, your favorite lover says showing love. Thank you so much. Okay. Shout out to Chatty Patty. All right. We love Chatty Patty, the king of rebranding channels. Thank you, Jabari. It says, my sister failed me too much, Anika. Lord have mercy. Even if my fiance and I split, I would be a woman. It would be a woman elsewhere. They're my first choice, but apparently I wasn't. Jabari, you just inspired me to have another dope discussion. Put a pin in it. I'm gonna screenshot that. Pull back up with us tomorrow, you all. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow is today Monday? Tomorrow's Tuesday. My husband has class on Tuesday. So I'll go live with y'all tomorrow at around, let me see. I want to say 2 or 3 o'clock. Because I don't want to disturb my husband while he's in class. He has home classes. So I'm going to put a pin in that, Jabari. I'm going to pull back with y'all tomorrow for some more dope discussion. Going to go live with y'all again. And we're going to talk about that. Right. But thank you so much, Jabari. Thank you, your favorite lover. Thank you, Chris Hall. He says, yes, 3 in a different country, though. That's so sad. Big shout out to FS Claire showing so much love today. Thank you, Aman. It says last names of families are fading away into history from lack of legacy. Wow. That's very interesting. Thank you, FS Claire. Thank you, Garland. Thank you, Chris B, 1906. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Daily Raver. Thank you, Wayne Tech. Thank you, S. I appreciate you, sis. Thank you, Terenzo. He says correction, not in a dry valley. Okay, we get what you were saying, Terenzo. You still was cooking. Okay. Thank you, Double Up. Thank you, Eugene. Did I say Garland already? Thank you, Garland. Thank you, Keith. Thank you, 007. Double Up again. Brian, shout out to you. Grady again. Lydell, big salute to you for kicking it off with the 50. Thank you, Omni Designs. Thank you, Live in Real Life. Thank you, Alex Starr. And big shout out to my sis, LGC Rogue, for kicking us off with the first super chat. But I love y'all. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow at around 2 or 3 o'clock for more dope. It might be earlier than that, though, y'all. Just hit the notification bell because you don't know when I'm going to pull up. I may be early in the morning with it. You don't know, okay? But I love y'all. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. Much love and peace to my crown heads.
Can we sit down? No interruptions. Open dialogue without judging. Dope discussions. Yeah. Dope discussions. Yeah. Talking real raw. Ain't no cutting. Open dialogue. dialogue without judging. Dope discussions. Dope discussions.